Super thanks, I should say, from Jost to kick off today's mailbag. Should we fire Mike and get Robert Saleh? In general, I'll answer the Robert Saleh stuff in general. I'm down to fire Mike. As a head coach next year, I think you can do better than Robert Saleh. I kind of want to get a more offensive mind there. Interview, sure. I do think he could be a really good DC for you if you go with a first-time NFL head coach. I think you're going to see a lot of people, not just for the Cowboys, but in general, want to do Ben Johnson, Robert Saleh combination. It makes sense. Mid-season, though, you can't hire Saleh. You can't change your entire defense in the middle of a season. That's just not doable in the NFL. You're going to have so many more busts than what you have even now. Brandon J. Terrible showing today. Need to know we can get out of the Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson contracts. I'm over those two clowns. You can cut them this offseason, and you can save up to like $8 million combined. So it's very doable. You can move on if you want to. Their play has been a really big disappointment for me. Really, really big. Now, these questions, comments, concerns, and more coming in via Super Thanks. It is a feature here on YouTube. Allows you to donate outside of live videos. Simply click the thanks icon, edit your message, and send in whatever you want to send in. Even if it's time you suck, we will give you a shout out on the show. Xavier Worthy Burner. Two things to say. First off, this team is soft. Better coaching would help, but this is a systemic thing. It's been this way if you're playing on Jerry's left at AT&T. The only killer I see on this team is Ferguson, maybe Donovan Wilson, maybe Smith and Overshown. Other than that, I can't point out a killer on this team. I think Jordan Lewis has that attitude, but it's not like Donovan Wilson's played good this year. I don't even think that Ferguson and Smith have played as well as I thought they were going to. You got issues. That's certainly one of them. From Mr. Gitmore. Why can't we trade for Davante Adams and Budda Baker? Who think we need changes? Jerry is stubborn. Thanks. Those two help you. They're expensive. Jerry's stubborn, won't pay money. I am at the point, though, when I don't want to make trades. I want to keep my powder dry. Because next offseason, with my new coaching staff, I'm going to have draft picks, and I'm going to have cash to spend. So I'm going to keep my powder dry for that, which sucks right now. This is the bed that they have made. In the duality of man, Trevor Duncan. Why do people keep shouting trade for Adams when Jones wouldn't even open the wallet for Derrick Henry? It's ridiculous how loose some of our fans are. It's what they want. You know? They want to have the abilities and the impacts and all that stuff. They want to get better. So I totally get that. I don't think they're going to. And I do think my keep the powder dry theory is how I would operate. It'd be exciting to see them be aggressive, but I haven't seen anything that says they're going to be in a long time. So should the Cowboys be buyers at the NFL trade deadline? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know in the comment section with the pinned comment, especially if the ad comes here on YouTube. Mr. Man, that's what my daughter calls Finn. Our dog calls him, or I guess he calls him Mr. Boy, but that works too. How many players have been here 5+ years and are still playing at a high enough level? So I went back and looked to the 2019 roster. You've got a handful of guys still here. Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, Ezekiel Elliott, who left and came back, Tank Lawrence, Jordan Lewis, and kind of CJ Goodwin, who maybe doesn't count. That's it, which tells us several things. One, that's how much rosters turn over. There's always that massive level of change. Who has played at a high enough level so far this season? Jordan Lewis? Isn't that the full list? I mean, Tank's hurt again. Zach Martin is not the same guy anymore. Dak has not played well enough this year. Zeke is not good anymore. Goodwin is a special teamer. And who's going to be on this team next year? Dak and maybe Jordan Lewis? Maybe you bring back Tank or Zach Martin? It's a small list. Brandon J. Like I said before, I understand all the injuries on the defense side of the ball. I thought they were going to struggle, but this was a top-scoring offense last season. Smith left. Pollard was a shell of himself, come back from injury last year. Cooks is washed. Teams without Smith protecting Dak's blindside, we can't score touchdowns. This should have been like the Seattle game last year. The offense didn't even give us a chance. Detroit defense isn't elite by any means. It's very concerning. I agree. I needed a... Is it fair? No, not really. But I can't have the offense putting up that type of an egg. Like, if I'm going to be competitive, I need the offense to score 40. And I need to have, a chance. The offense didn't do it again. And they look worse on the ground. They look worse on the offensive line. And they still got one playmaker on offense at wide receiver. Tolbert's a contested catch guy. Made some plays for you. But the O-line's going to be that bad in both phases. And the quarterback's going to throw bad interceptions. What am I going to do? Offense was bad. Full stop, it was bad. What is your panic level right now over the Dallas Cowboys? Scale it from 1 to 10. 1 the low end, 10 on the high end. William Cook says Jerry won't change until the brand suffers. I don't know if the brand's going to suffer. That's what's frustrating. I saw someone say the Cowboys are at rock bottom now. No, they're not. This is not rock bottom, you guys. They're 3-3. This is not rock bottom. Even if you lose next week, it's probably still not rock bottom. It sucks right now, and you can't see the floor yet. It's still black as you're falling down. It's not good. Big River breaks. Boys get a top 7 pick. What hole do you fill? I want to take the best player available. I want to fill all of my needs, maybe on the offensive line, at running back, at wide receiver, defensive line across the board. Get maybe another linebacker in there if you don't bring back Kendricks. Safety, corner depth. I want to fill all of my needs so I can take the best player available. Travis Hunter, great. If it's edge, great. I want to take the best guy on my board. I want the Cowboys to say, yep, he was our 3rd highest graded player. We took him because we have a starter, a veteran, but you know what? We're going to go with this guy instead. That's what they should do. Don't have glaring, massive needs you have to fill in April. That's when you get into trouble. Robert Simmons. Think Dak will sign on another team? If so, what team when it's expired? Do you think we'll re-sign with Dallas and retire a Cowboy? That's 4 years away. I don't know. That's a future Cowboys problem. That's not even a problem for them right now. They're not even worried about it. Maybe, maybe not. Most guys don't play their entire career with one team. I would take the mindset of I've got this upcoming 4 years with Dak, and then he's gone, and then we are rebuilding. I would try to win in that 4-year time frame. It's a long time. That's an entirely new roster that comes in, basically. That would be my mindset. Today's show made possible by Game Time. They have a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks. It makes getting tickets to your favorite teams play live even easier. It filters out the fluff to only show you the incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of different tickets. It is curation to make it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. The all-in pricing feature shows your total cost up front, so there are no surprise fees at checkout. You can get a panoramic view from your seat so you know exactly what to expect before you arrive at the game and before you buy your ticket as well. Download the Game Time app, create your account, and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. But again, create your account, redeem code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's Game Time. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. It's gametime.co, promo code ChatSports. What if they don't fire McCarthy? How does TH fit B&D at CB? I don't know what the abbreviations are. I'll be honest. If they don't fire McCarthy, it means they went on a run in January. It isn't going to happen. I don't have any faith in them doing that. I don't think any of us have any faith in them, frankly. Jeffrey, the saddest part of this team is the fact that Jerry Jones just doesn't care. As long as AT&T's team is full of people, the Super Bowl won't matter. They can't disprove that. That's what's frustrating. They keep doing it. They got up there after a bad offseason at their little press conference thing out in Oxnard and made a point to tell you, hey, I love that we sold out our most season tickets. Like, we sold them out faster than ever. That's what they cared about. They thought that was a big thing worth victory lapping. They are getting what they paid for right now. Ecuador, man, how about Saleh as a consultant like Fangio last year? I think it was the year before when he was in Philadelphia, but yes. Sure, that's fine. If he wants to, he might just take some time off. He might go, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to just get prepped for my next DC job in the offseason. That's what he might prefer to do. We can call. It's not a bad idea. We've got Cowboys mailbags for you twice a week here on the Cowboys Report, part of our Mondays and Thursdays live shows. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/CowboysTV. From We Don't Wife These 304s. What does this team address in the offseason? Head coach, OC, DC, running back, wide receiver, maybe offense lineman, what you do with Terrence Steele. Every defensive line spot, basically. Probably linebacker, corner depth, and safety. Very short list to handle. Dwayne, $10. You think Mazi Smith has shown improvements? In my opinion, I would say no. I think next year will be a make-or-break season for him. And Michigan defensive players who draft tonight, they don't pan out. Yeah, you've missed on what? 2, basically? Well, you hit on Jordan Lewis. People forget about that one. You missed on Taco. And so far, you have very much missed on Mazi Smith. I saw some growth. I thought he played well in that final quarter against the Ravens. And then I thought he had a pretty good performance overall. In fact, I thought he played great against the Giants. Not great the last 2 weeks. I actually thought he was slightly better against the Lions, but not good enough by any stretch of the imagination. Like he's had what? 7 good quarters this year? That's not enough. That's just not enough. You give him the rest of the year, you keep playing things out. What's really bothersome to me, he's still not your worst defensive tackle on the team. I still think that's Linval Joseph right now. He brings you more pass rush, but he's getting blown off the ball too. It has not been good enough. I don't know if it's going to change in time. So I got to go sign a vet DT and not make your DT moves in August. Shocker, that's not turning out well for you. Give me the Cowboys record prediction in 2024. You're 3-3 right now. What do they finish the season at? Zach Crosby. We sucked balls before the bye last year on offense. It's true. Hope it to be like last year and they come out of the bye better. Also, getting Brandon Parsons will help. I'm huffing hopium. It's not the worst hopium. It's a pretty solid supply in the sense that it is logical. That's what bothers me, though. Like, in the end, your coaching staff said, wow, we were a much better passing team after we made changes. And their decision this year was, hey, let's go back to the stuff that didn't work. Doesn't make any sense to me, man. It just doesn't make any sense. It's unacceptable. Like, you were set up for failure, and you've leaned into more failure. Weird. Option Pawar, let Dak deal. We are losing up front on O and D. Also, why can't 88 get open like he used to? You're not scheming him the same way you used to. Now, I will say, I thought they did a better job scheming him in this one. They put him in motion more. Valuable stuff. But look, he has not been the same since holding out of training camp. That connection has been off. We have enough of a sample size to say, you know what? I think that they missed training camp together. I know they got some work in the offseason, but they clearly missed training camp. Clearly. The Dak and Lamb connection has not been as good this year. If only there was a way to have avoided that.